Stay awake for an electrifying night of laughter, storytelling, and unforgettable music on Insomniac Television Las Vegas. Tony Award-winning actor and the star of Criminal Minds, Joe Mantegna joins us with behind-the-scenes stories from his role as Joey Zaza in Godfather 3, his starring role in Criminal Minds, and his new Tequila. Later, saloon singer Johnny Coppola performs an original love song.
With opera singers Marco Varela and Nelia Ross.
Dance music by DJ Aspen. And the Dancing Not Ready for Bedtime players. To get the show started, we join host Jonathan Scott and his longtime Chicago friend, Emmy award-winning actor, Joe Mantegna.
Hey everybody, Jonathan Scott. Welcome to Insomniac Television. Thank you so much for staying awake with us. And it was 1996 that the cigars were the rage, and everybody was smoking cigars, boys, girls, moms, dads, dogs. And at that time, I thought there was only one cigar magazine called Cigar Aficionado. I thought I'd start another one, and it was called Jonathan Scott Cigar Smoker Magazine. And our guest was one of the first covers that we had. Please say hello to our guest, Joe Mantegna.
Hey, Johnny boy.
So cigars were really the thing, and we had some great cigar dinners.
We did.
And, you know, we follow Saturday Night Live with Insomniac Television.
Perfect.
And I started doing a little bit of research, and I found out, I knew you were in the sketch, The Bears, but I didn't know you hosted the show.
I did, yeah. I hosted. It was 1991, and the movie Godfather 3 had just come out. So it was still running, and so they had me on the show. I think it was in February. I think it was the first show back after the holidays. And of course, they wrote that skit for me, knowing I was from Chicago, so the whole thing about the Bears. And we did that. And I think George wound up hosting it the next week. And of course, they wanted to do the skit again. And they wanted me to come back, you know. And I fly back from California every Saturday just to do the skit. It was a little difficult. So every time George would host it, Cheers was over at that time, so George was easy for him to, jump from Chicago to New York. He'd always say, "Yeah, I'm Bill Swirsky. My brother Bob had a heart attack," and he'd be talking about, my character. That's why I wasn't there. But I did wind up doing one more. Danny DeVito hosted, and we did the skit because the skit got very popular. Did a bunch of them, and I came in for that. So we had both the Swirsky brothers there, Bob and Bill. So
The Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah, but when you started, you had to do the monologue, and
yeah, when you host Saturday Night Live, they the first day, the rehearsal day, they ask if you have any suggestions when you're going to be the host. And I said, well, at that time, Joe Montana was still playing for the 49ers, and there would be a lot of confusion sometimes. I remember once I was on a movie set, and there's a knock on my trailer door, and I open up the door, and there's a kid standing there with a football. Because I'm sure they said, who's on the movie? And somebody said, Joe Montana. Oh, they ran home and got the football. And I looked at him and I said, I'm sorry, kid, I can't, And I found out he was getting some of fan mail to me, and I was getting fan mail to him. So there was a confusion. So the writers created this skit where, as I opened up the show, like, hi, here I am, Joe Mantegna. Who'd have thought I'd be hosting? Of course, they had a plant in the audience of a guy with a kid, and the kid's wearing a jersey, Montana jersey. They get up to leave. I go, hey, where are you going? Well, I go, no, what? I don't want you to leave. I'm hosting the show. Well, we thought it was going to be Joe Montana. So, of course, as I said, Godfather, the movie was just out. So I walk out in the audience. I go, let me take the little kid, show him around. So I show him around. The Steadicam follows me. Of course, I put the kid on a stool. And I say, listen, kid, nobody walks out on a show that Joe Mantegna is hosting. I say, make one phone call. John Madden's head's going to be in somebody's bed tomorrow. You don't want that to happen to your dad, do you? No. Okay, come on. You go back in and watch the show, right? Yeah. I go, hey, Dad, Johnny wants to watch the show now. So, anyway, but it was a real thrill to do the show.
That's great. And now, of course, you've got Senor Rio Tequila.
Yeah, I'm part owner now of this company, Senor Rio Tequila. And I got involved. It was an interesting story that it goes back 3 generations to this family in Mexico. This woman who had been
Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie Medina. She hadn't met her father in like something like 30 years or something. A kid left when she was a baby. So it turns out he contacts her to come visit him in Mexico. She wasn't going to go, but the boyfriend said, no, let's go. It's your chance to meet your father. They go down. They're drinking this tequila that he's homemade. It's been in his family 3 generations, drinking it out of like old Pepsi bottles or something. They realized the stuff was so good, and the next morning they weren't sick or anything. And he's explaining, well, it's because it's pure. There's no additives, preservatives, flavorings, colorings. It's the pure tequila. It's been in the family. And then they come up with this idea, maybe we should peddle this stuff. So they did, her and her husband, and for 15 years, started doing really well with it, got picked up by all the Total Wine stores throughout the country. But then her husband, unfortunately, passes away. So she's now left, trying to run this company all by herself. But this mutual friend of ours, Jack Maxwell, who had this TV series, The Booze Traveler, her and Jack were friends, and she'd mentioned how she was looking for maybe somebody in show business she could hook up with. And I met with her, heard her story, just thought, was taken by the whole thing. She's got these special needs grandchildren. I have a special needs daughter. So there's a give back portion to what we sell. And the fact that it's the real deal. Real tequila drinkers really understand.
Well, there's one thing to talk about tequila, and there's another thing to drink tequila.
That's what they say.
So I've got a couple of shots poured here, little mini shots pressed. Do you have a favorite toast? Do you have a favorite toast?
Sinatra's toast is a good one. It's like, Chendan, may you live 100 years, and may the last voice you hear be mine.
Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's good. Like Jackie Gleason. Oh, that is good.
That is good.
Godfather 3.
Yeah.
Pros, cons, people talk about it, but you've got a wonderful story about the ending of Godfather 3. I wonder if you'd share it with our audience.
Well, yeah, I thought it was pretty fascinating because when I first got the original script, at the end of the movie, Al Pacino's character is actually killed on the steps of this. I don't remember if it was
the Opera House.
It was the Opera House. That's right. And then we got a rewrite, and then there was some casting changes that happened. When Winona Ryder was supposed to do the show, couldn't do it. Last minute, Francis decided, I'm going to let my daughter do it. She'd been visiting from art school, Sophia. She's the right age, kind of the whole thing. So, okay. So he puts his daughter in the movie. So now, all of a sudden, I get the new script pages, and in these new script pages, the daughter is killed on the steps of the Opera House, which again, of course, as being a father of two girls myself, I thought, oh my God, what an interesting change to make this. This makes it far more tragic than seeing, Don Corleone died. Seeing now, his daughter die in front of him. And I said to him, Francis, I got to tell you, the way you changed the ending, I said, it's so much more powerful than to have the daughter die. Being, as you know, you're a father of a daughter, I'm a father of a daughter. It's so much more. And he says, well, I changed it, but not so much because it was so powerful. He says, I changed it because by having my daughter die violently on screen, it will hopefully ensure that this will never happen to her in life. And you have to understand the background. His son had died under violent circumstances, in an accident, in a boating accident where he was killed. And the way he said it made me realize, wow, it was almost like a somewhat of a superstition. But
sure.
Yet I get it, I'm Italian, I get it, and so it was meaningful him to make that ending just in his heart to protect his daughter's life, like that whole thing of I'll show it on film so that it doesn't happen in life. And I thought, wow, I got chills. I got the hair went up on my neck when I said it. And I, it's like, wow, okay, great. But as it turns out, I think it was the correct kind of an ending because it makes it so much more tragic.
We're here with Joe Mantegna. We're going to take a short commercial break and be back with more Insomniac Television. Stay awake.
Don't fall asleep. More Insomniac Television after these exciting commercials. The sexiest show in Vegas.
Diners, the Nevada-style pub invites you to play the best tavern, keno, and video poker in Vegas. Promos are how we roll, so make the most of your gaming dollars here with us. Come play in our ongoing gaming promotions and receive daily free play, bonuses, and more. With a chance to win Knights, Raiders, and Aviator tickets, and big money with all those jackpots. It's not only the great gaming that Diners Pub has, it's the 24 awesome rotating draft beers and best appetizers to match. So join us in watching your baseball Aviators and all your home sports teams as we make history in Vegas. Diners, the Nevada-style pub at 8410 West Cheyenne, 1750 North Buffalo, and Las Vegas Boulevard and Windmill. Diners, I love this place.
If your pipes are a-burstin', your drains are a-cursin', please call Cal. If your toilet is a-flowin' and your water heater is a-goin', please call Cal. If your pipes are a blast and you need someone fast, please call Cal at Fast Plumbing. Available 24/7 serving all Las Vegas communities, call Fast Plumbing at 702-873-5500. 702-873-5500.
Moving to Hollywood from New York, photographer Frank Worth soon became a friend of Frank Sinatra, Marilyn Monroe, and Sammy Davis Jr. With a knack for being in the right place at the right time, Frank Worth was allowed on set to capture these very rare images of the stars at play. We can now offer you these very special limited edition photographs printed on 16 by 20 high-gloss paper, suitable for framing in your home, business, restaurant, or bar. To order rare photos of Frank, Marilyn, Sammy, or a rare photo of Jackie Robinson in the Dodgers bullpen, visit our website at HollywoodClassicPhotos.com.
Are you in or out?
Please say hello to the Rat Pack poet, Johnny Coppola.
This love of ours may be fleeting, or it may last a million years. This love of ours may bring happiness, joy, sadness, or tears. But tonight, as I hold you in this sweet embrace, let tonight be the night of our dreams that time cannot erase. Why plan for tomorrow? Why think of what may come to be? Let's enjoy these lovely moments as we gaze upon the sea. Tonight, as I hold you in this sweet embrace, let tonight be the night of our dreams. Let tonight be the night of our dreams. I love you, my darling, my love. Tonight, as I hold you in this sweet embrace, let tonight be the night of our dreams. Let tonight be the night of our dreams. I love you, my darling, my love.
Jonathan Scott, we're back on Insomniac Television with my actor and good friend Joe Mantegna, a.k.a. Fat Tony.
A.k.a. Fat Tony for 35 years now, I think, 34 years, something like that. But, you know, I've been on Criminal Minds. I'm starting my 17th year on that show. And people think, wow, that's really a long run. I go, yeah, double it, and that's how long I've been doing The Simpsons. So
and that brings us to like longevity and memory and all the other topics that we were talking about, and brain health and how you remember your lines. And how do you do that? How do you memorize lines? What works for you?
The tequila, that's what helps. Well, you know, I think, you know, the brain is somewhat of a muscle too. I mean, I think so. Maybe the fact that I have to learn lines, it's never been easy for me in the sense of some people have. I mean, on our show, you know, Matthew Gubler played Dr. Reed. He really kind of had that kind of eidetic memory where he can kind of. But if you think when you work at it, it becomes, it's a muscle memory. And so I would tell people, especially as you get into more advanced age, as some of us are, to challenge yourself that way. In other words, do puzzles, do those kinds of things that force you to, you know, use your brain to memorize, you know, answers or questions or this, that, and the other. And I think that helps.
And because we are Insomniac Television, sleep is an important topic as well.
Yeah.
I sleep 6 hours all the way through. How about you?
Yeah, I get up occasionally in the middle of the night. Otherwise, I wouldn't have an accident, you know.
I remember visiting you on Mulberry Street with Cha-Cha.
Right.
And I think you were doing Godfather 3.
That was Godfather 3, probably on Mulberry Street, yeah.
And he wanted you to put him in the movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he said, no, you got to talk to that guy. See that guy, Mr. Coppola, down there at the end? Talk to him. I can't muscle anybody to put you into the movie.
I love the story that you tell about Criminal Minds. I think because you do speak Italian, they asked you to do either Grammys or the Emmys, Grammy Awards.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, well, no, it was the Grammy Awards, and they were gonna, and the guy who produced it came to me and said, you speak enough Italian that I know. I guess all the nominees for classic whatever Grammy were Italian names, and they figured I'll pronounce the names right, so I'd be a good choice.
Yeah.
So I get hired to go be a presenter at the Grammys. So I go. So now, just before I'm to present, you go back in the backstage and it's dark, and they say you're going to be probably next. They're going to call you your category, and I feel a tugging on my shirt, and I hear solving any more crimes lately, and I turn around and it's Ringo Starr, and I went, oh my God, Ringo Starr. I said, Joe Mantegna. He goes, I know who you are. What's your show? I go, well, let's take a photo. So of course we took a photo. And that photo, people who watch Criminal Minds will see that photo is on my desk.
It's so funny.
And the reason it plays is because my character on Criminal Minds has been established that I kind of know people and that I would know Ringo. So we've even thrown out where some of the other characters will say, what'd you do last night? I had a card game with Ringo, And I actually did have a card game that I invited him to, an episode I directed. And he bailed at the last minute. He was going to do it, then he didn't do it. But I did get Joe Walsh to do it and Bill Withers. And they both were in the episode playing themselves. Because like as I said, my characters would know these kinds of guys.
Now, I know what's close and dear to your heart is special needs kids.
Yeah. My oldest daughter, I have a daughter with autism who's now 37 years old. And so that's certainly a hot button for me, because it's one of those things, you go through life thinking, hey, man, life is just a cherubolies. Everything's going to be just work out just like,
Did you say a cherubolies?
Yeah. There's the bowl of cherries and there's the cherubolies. So, but that was our first child, and when they give you that diagnosis and say, this is the deal, this is something. You have two choices. You go, oh, woe is me, or you now what do we do? How do we deal with that? And so, she's a wonderful young woman. She has issues. But look, I feel very blessed. I'm in a position where I can address those. My wife and I, we've been together over 50, going on 50 years.
Shout out to Arlene.
Yeah, hey Arlene. Happy anniversary, honey. It'll be our 50th anniversary in October.
Whoa!
Yeah. And so you deal with these things, and yet there are a lot of people out there who are in the same position and worse, who can't deal with them. So why wouldn't you, be involved? Part of our every bottle we sell goes to, Debbie has a foundation. I have a foundation to support, groups that are going to help people who aren't in a position to kind of take care of their children, whatever it may be. So anyway.
Yeah, and if people want to donate or find the foundation, is there a website they can go to?
Yeah, they can go to my website. There's the Mantegna Family Foundation we have. You can go to, and Carlito has a foundation. Go to seniorio.com and you'll find out Debbie's, foundation. So, yeah.
Stay awake for more Insomniac Television.
Yeah, watch us finish the bottle.
Diners, the Nevada Style Pub invites you to play the best tavern, keno, and video poker in Vegas. Promos are how we roll, so make the most of your gaming dollars here with us. Come play in our ongoing gaming promotions and receive daily free play, bonuses, and more. With a chance to win Knights, Raiders, and Aviator tickets, and big money with all those jackpots. It's not only the great gaming that Diners Pub has, it's the 24 awesome rotating draft beers and best appetizers to match. So join us in watching your baseball Aviators and all your home sports teams as we make history in Vegas. Diners, the Nevada Style Pub at 8410 West Cheyenne, 1750 North Buffalo, and Las Vegas Boulevard and Windmill. Diners, I love this place.
Moving to Hollywood from New York, photographer Frank Worth soon became a friend of Frank Sinatra, Marilyn Monroe, and Sammy Davis Jr. With a knack for being in the right place at the right time, Frank Worth was allowed on set to capture these very rare images of the stars at play. We can now offer you these very special limited edition photographs printed on 16 by 20 high-gloss paper, suitable for framing in your home, business, restaurant, or bar. To order rare photos of Frank, Marilyn, Sammy, or a rare photo of Jackie Robinson in the Dodgers bullpen, visit our website at hollywoodclassicphotos.com.
If your pipes are a-burstin', your drains are a-cursin', please call Cal. If your toilet is a-flowin' and your water heater is a-goin', please call Cal. If your pipes are a blast and you need someone fast, please call Cal at Fast Plumbing. Available 24/7 serving all Las Vegas communities, call Fast Plumbing at 702-873-5500. 702-873-5500.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Diners, the Nevada Style Pub invites you to play the best tavern keno and video poker in Vegas. Promos are how we roll, so make the most of your gaming dollars here with us. Come play in our ongoing gaming promotions and receive daily free play, bonuses, and more, with a chance to win Knights, Raiders, and Aviator tickets and big money with all those jackpots. It's not only the great gaming that Diners Pub has, it's the 24 awesome rotating draft beers and best appetizers to match. So join us in watching your baseball Aviators and all your home sports teams as we make history in Vegas. Diners, the Nevada Style Pub at 8410 West Cheyenne, 1750 North Buffalo, and Las Vegas Boulevard and Windmill. Diners, I love this place.
Stay awake for more Insomniac Television, or else.
Or else.
Or else. Or Fat Tony's gonna come over and feel kind of stabby.
And not so Fat Tony.
Please say hello to our guests. Magician J.R. Smith, stand-up comedian Rob Sherwood, singer Johnny Coppola, and makeup artist Abby May here to play the game show that is sweeping Las Vegas. Truth or brown sugar?
Okay, now let's get ready to play the game. Truth or brown sugar? The topic is the Godfather movie. First question. And we'll start at JR, we'll move it down. Clemenza said, Bonacera, Bonacera, what have I ever done to make you treat me so disrespectfully? Had you come to me in friendship, then this scum that ruined your daughter would be suffering this very day. Truth or brown sugar?
Let's go with truth.
Truth.
Brown sugar.
Sugar.
Why?
Because that was done by Don Corleone himself.
That's right. Next question. Luca Brasi was a former professional wrestler who wrestled under the name The Bull. Truth or brown sugar, JR?
Let's go with truth.
I'm going to say truth.
Johnny?
It is true he was a wrestler, but I think his name was Montana, so I don't know how we're going. So, yeah, I'm going to go truth.
Abby?
Truth.
It was absolutely true. Absolutely true. Next question. Mo Green said, any man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous. Truth or brown sugar, JR?
Brown sugar.
Truth.
Brown sugar.
Abby? It was brown sugar. Oh. It was Jack Waltz, you remember. Truth or brown sugar, next question. Frankie Avalon and Vic Damone were considered for the role of Johnny Fontaine. Abby?
Truth.
Johnny?
That's a good one.
Frankie Avalon?
I know Vic Damone was, but yes, true. Yeah.
Robbie?
I'll go true.
JR?
Truth as well.
Absolutely true. They were considered for the role of Johnny Fontaine, and of course it went to the great Al Martino. Next question. Paulie Gatto said, it's a Sicilian message. It means Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes. Truth or brown sugar? JR?
Truth.
Robbie?
Truth.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Who said it?
Who said that?
Yeah.
Clemenza.
It was Clemenza.
It's a Sicilian message.
This isn't fair. He was on the movie.
The Godfather won 3 Oscars, and Marlon Brando won for Best Actor, thanking Francis Ford Coppola for giving him the part of his lifetime. Truth or brown sugar?
Brown sugar.
Robbie?
Brown sugar.
I'm going to go truth.
Yeah.
Brown sugar.
It is brown sugar. He won it, but he refused to show up.
Yeah,
at the
brought
Academy
the
Awards.
Indian girl up.
It won 3 Oscars, including Best Picture. Marlon Brando won Best Actor in a leading role, but refused to accept the award.
Right.
And that's how we play Truth or Brown Sugar! Stay with us. We've got more Insomniac Television.
Wrapping up our show, actor Joe Mantegna offers a bedtime story about the Windy City, our kind of town, Chicago.
You wake up in Chicago, pull back the curtain, and you know where you are. You could be nowhere else. You're in a big, brash, muscular, broad-shouldered city metropolis, completely non-neurotic, ever-moving, big-hearted, but cold-hearted machine with millions of moving parts. A beast that will, if disrespected or not taken seriously, roll over you without remorse. It is also, as I like to point out frequently, one of America's last great no BS zones. Pomposity, pretentiousness, putting on airs of any kind, douchery, and lack of a sense of humor will not get you far in Chicago. And that's the honest-to-God truth.
Jonathan Scott, Joe Mantegna, thanks for staying awake, you guys. Catch you next time on Insomniac Television. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome. Ciao. Chandan.
Che m'hai preso il cuor, sarai per me il solo amor. Oh, non ti scorderò, vivrò per te, ti sognerò.
In dreams when night is falling, I seem to hear you calling, for you have cast an eye around me, and neath a magic spell have found me yours, yours alone. How wondrous is your beautiful hair, bright as the summer skies is thy light in your eyes, soft as the turtle dove is the voice of my love. You are my heart's delight, and where you are, I long to be. You make my darkness bright, when like a star you shine on me. Bright than my whole night through, your light divine gives me hope anew, that dreams of mine may perchance come true, and I shall hear you murmur, I love you.